Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren.
And I'm Ian.
And this is week 7 of semester
5
of our kettlebell strength and swings class. We are filming a little bit earlier here today as we just had a schedule adjustment, but we're doing it. Anytime in the archive and that consistency. We have a simple but not easy workout plan for you today. We have a kettlebell off to the side for some get-ups and some squats. Let's get started with a warm-up and then to the bell.
We'll get right to the floor, but we'll start with those feet just quickly from standing. It's the ball of the foot, like that lunge foot. And let's just give the arch a little bit of attention here as we point those toes, safely cramping up the arch, and then go back to the ball of the foot, a quick rise, and a switch to the other side. In the lunge, hug to the middle. In the lunge, press through those toes. But right now, let's point those toes back to the balls of feet, back up to a quick balance, and then flat foot lands. One more time in this slightly, I don't know if the word I'm looking for on a squatting version. We're here, okay, then let's stand up and down, and just one more as we will be doing those rack or goblet style squats today. Then push through and one last little balance. Then the feet can touch fully, the knees bend as a team here, and let's lift up those heels as we get low to the floor, knees down, hips through, and a quick wrist, head, neck, shoulder warm up as we go. It's our hinge on the hips, fingers, calluses, full hands land on the floor. At the head neck, extension first, that's a gentle look forward shape, extension, tuck, flexion. Repeat again, extension, and then finish looking between the hands. Push through those first knuckles, keeping the elbows straight, and then back down to the floor, just like you did with the toes earlier. Repeat again a couple more, aiming to keep toes heavy in your squat, fingers heavy in your get-ups on the floor. And if you did that one more time, you can push the floor away, add a little shake and wiggle, and then from here, do a quarter turn. Commonplace for the get-up position with the wrist. I'll push my weight to the right, moving left, then I'll push left to move to the right. Repeat again, finding that heavy tension through the hands and that concept of preloading, feeling tension before you actually move. Now go to the middle and revisit the head neck, and this time it'll be a lateral ear bend to shoulder. Go through the middle position. Repeat to the other side.
Does your ear bend?
Maintaining your breathing and asking rhetorical questions like, what, Lauren?
Does your ear bend?
No, it doesn't.
But I can wiggle mine.
Ooh, we got human tricks all the way around, and then push through those hands and take some time off. We'll come back to those hands when we get to that get up, but right now, what's up, Lauren?
Let's quickly warm up those lunges. We have some get-ups and some squats here today, keeping it simple, but always starting with that warm-up. Our knee is bent in front with that vertical front shin. Our back cheek is squeezed. Let's right away drift ourselves forward, but really think of keeping that hip extended, but your cage on top, so you're not arching that low back. Then we'll press backwards to get back to tally tall. Let's do that one more time. Light drift forward, and then press yourself back to tall. Heel toe that leg open to the side in that get up position, and repeat the same thing. We're gently drifting knee towards over toe. Try to keep this as a straight angle and not to create that V-like shape here. Push back to tall. One more time, maintain that length. That means that hip stays extended. You might not go as far. That's okay. And then press back. We'll add a rotation in here. So same arm as side leg. Rotate towards that side leg. Hinge on the hips like you would for your get up. Hand finds the floor. Then our head and shoulders will rotate close towards the floor. Next, try to keep that shoulder blade back behind you, but now try to curl up a little bit, flexing and rounding on the spine. Then extend the spine to long. Then rotate open to the side again. Push the floor away. Extend the hips through. Move the leg to the front. We'll do one lunge up and down. So push forward and back on the floor. Coming to that split stance. Keep the back cheek squeezed. And one slow, controlled descent. Bring that leg underneath and repeat the same routine on the other side. So vertical front shin, levelish hips, back cheek squeezed, front leg pulling in. Feel that tension as we drift forward, squeezing the back cheek, and then push forward to go back. Keep extending the hip. One more time. drifting in that forward direction, and then pressing yourself to tall. Hip stays extended. Heel toe the leg open to the side, keeping your hips square forward, back extended, pulling, back hip extended, cage down, drifting. Good, keeping that long line. So extended hip, maintain that position as you go. You may not go as far. And then we'll come back up to tall. We'll take that same arm as side body, rotate our head and shoulders, hinge on the hip, hand finds the floor. First, our head and shoulders will rotate close towards the floor. We'll try to keep that shoulder blade back as we then flex and round on the spine. Try to do a little bit of a chin tuck versus a chicken neck. And then extend back to long spine. Rotate the body and shoulders open. Extend to push the floor away. Front foot moves. We're pushing the floor forward and back to come up to that split position. And then again, control yourself back down. Legs underneath, maybe one quick thing.
Plank, find that
rocking.
core tension. So it's that hip hinge and fingers land on the floor. And we'll set up those knees off the floor and hips nice and high with our slight tuck under. And without moving, pull your hands to your feet and your feet to your hands. Breathe, cramp your glutes, brace your shield of abs. And for 3 more seconds, hold on to that tension and gently return your knees to the floor. Repeating again, but thinking the X pattern. So set up your light effort plank, nice high hips, heavy hands. And now without moving, pull your right hand to your left foot. And then what about your left hand to your right foot? And what about creating that diagonal X pattern and breathing and shaking
and squeezing your cheeks.
And then let's go knees down, push the floor away, and we'll stand up through that toe squat one last time, where we tuck the toes with or without the hands, find your balance, and then we'll stand up. And before we use the get up, let's use that kettlebell to get going on the grip. So set up into that rack position where we hope to squat from very shortly. So pull up into the position where we have a vertical forearm. The ribs are connected to the hips. The feet push out from center. Breathe. The kettlebell is resting on that forearm versus the bicep with the elbow tip pointing down. We'll go 2 hands, return it to the floor, come up. Feels good to get under that load. Check how you feel about that. And same thing this side. It's the preload to zip up into that rack position. Firm grip with the kettlebell. Nice, slightly flexed wrists just to avoid that extension on the wrist. And breathe and brace just like in that plank. And then 2 hands and return to the ground. This is that culminating workout, which could also start as a great place to springboard your practice. So today we work on the get-ups, left and right, left and right, left and right, 3 in a row.
So let's do that now. Come on down to the floor and we'll start with our first get-up here today. We're gonna lead the class with 6 get-ups total, followed by some squats, and then ultimately finish with another 4 get-ups. So we'll be doing 10 get-ups and many squats. Until then, let's start ticking those get-ups off with our first one. It's a cuddle roll press. From here, we use our hip drive to get to our elbow. Our hand finds the floor. Our bridge and sweep, pushing the floor away. Front foot moves, and then that full get-up to stand. Repeat in the reverse direction with a lunge, a step open, a rotate hinge. Sweeping, finding the elbow, and pushing away to your back. Control that belt to the floor, spin yourself around, and let's repeat a get up on the other side. Number 2 here, tickety-boo.
Cuddle, take a breath, roll, use those 2 hands, and then from here, it's a push through the hip to the elbow. Then a tall sit, and a bridge and a sweep. Press the floor away. Now look on the horizon and stand up nice and tall. And then pull yourself down, cramping the back butt cheek in the lunge, windmilling, sweeping the leg, finding the elbow, going through the checklist as you plank down and return it to the floor. That's 2 of perhaps 6. More to come here. And
same thing rest? On that second side.
Not much.
Pardon?
How much rest? Not much.
We got to get this Practicing short and sweet, concise and simple, but effective. Doesn't have to be long as we make our way through to our lunge position to stand up tall. We'll reverse that, get up, back down, taking your time as you get back to the elbow and push away from that elbow to get to your back. Bell comes down, rolls to the floor. You spin yourself around. If you need more time, please hit that pause button, take it, and then join us for get up number 4.
And it starts with that cuddle, the 2-hand roll. Heavy foot tension, and take a look at that kettlebell. Tall sit, press in the floor to lift. Keep looking at the kettlebell until the lunge position, and then full tension on the body to stand. Take your time coming down. Open up the hip, find the floor, sweep it through, find the elbow to your back. Woo, little cardio, little strength, a little bit of best of both worlds here. We have one more time each side.
I did this the other day with clients where we did about 5 get-ups each side in about 8 minutes, and that's what they called it, some weighted cardio. Here we go, get up number 5 here. As we move to that sweep position, pressing the floor away. Remember, you have 2 legs when you lunge, so use both of them. Control the down, opening up, rotating around that bell, and again, pushing away from the elbow to your back. We have one more get up in this little set, and then it's time for squats. So spin yourself around and prepare to check off get up number 6 here.
We have muscles. Use them with your grip. Heavy on the grip on the bell. Tall sit, bridge, sweep, square up that lunge, and tall stand. Then drop yourself back, open up, hinging again, tall sitting again, elbow to your back. Return it to the floor. Come up any style you want, and maybe it's that no hand drill here. And as we go back and forth now, it's time to rack squat or goblet squat or bodyweight squat. Choose your own adventure here as we go for sets of 3s.
And then 4s, and then 5s, and then 4s, and then 3s. So over the past couple weeks, we've been doing that rack squat and that I go, you go pattern. We'll start now with Team Ian, so pick one of us and join, and you're resting in that off time. This gives us that equal work to rest ratio, and we'll be going up the pyramid and back down the other side. 3 to start.
So 3 on one side, personalize your stance. Heavy toes, knees bending over those toes, but the elbow tips staying tight to the body. Second set of 3 here.
Team Ian here, pulling that bell up. Remember that $1 billion bill is underneath in your armpit there. You don't want to let it go, no chicken wings, bills over wings.
Whew. As you continue years on our YouTube-isms here, you come up with new things to say all the time. Bills over wings. Never heard that. Here we go. 4
I'd
squats
choose
now.
$1 billion bill over some chicken wings, though. Some good wings. All right, 4, enough of that chicken wings. 4 squats here, up the pyramid. Use your up, still pull yourself down. Don't allow gravity to, well, gravity's always gonna win. But
Slow
pull.
it down with the pull. Using that muscle idea from before. Joints, muscles turn into joints and joints into muscles, but find the way to grip with tension to share that load.
Okay, Team Ian, 4 on that second side. We're getting close to the top of the pyramid. How are these reps feeling? Remember, reps are always optional. If you think it's too many, do less. If you need a little longer break, take longer. It's up to you.
But aiming for this I go, you go, or that 1-to-1 work rest allows ourselves to give ourselves the recovery needed to keep the effort up. As I say that, I am winded today. Whew. Heavy work on the bike yesterday, I think.
All right, 5 for Team Ian here. We're at the peak 5 each side. Remember, when you do 5 each side, that's already 10 squats. plus 8 is 18. Plus, I'll do that math while I'm squatting. But pull yourself down and then think about pushing the floor down and away.
Ooh. Down and away lets you go up. In controls that down phase of the lunge. Taking your time. Trying to do the math as I'm talking here. That's
I did
a little
it.
challenging.
But I think I did 5 squats because I was doing math.
Second set of 5 here.
Second set of 5 here. 38 squats, that's what it is. 38 squats in a condensed amount of time. Don't discount that. Pulling yourself down, pushing the floor away. Up every time. Keep that core braced. Second set of 5 here, Team Lauryn.
This is that apex, and we're going back down for 2 more sets after here. Talk to yourself. Come on, Lauryn, I heard. And hey, thanks for being here today. Practice that consistency, challenge the intensity or the aerobic capacity here. And let's do set of 4 now.
4s each side. We're on our way back down. Yes, again, pull down. And try not to get into that lowest position where you could hang out for a couple minutes. Try to get just before that hard position just before the easy one.
Hallmarks of that hard position are maintaining your hips as a tailbone cow or anterior tip. Stay away from that rock bottom or that butt winking version of the squat. Instead, keep your cow so the tension stays in your hips.
And your abs and your cheeks. As you pull yourself down, feel those outer glutes working. Feel those adductors. Feet are gripping the floor. Cage over top of those hips. Weight is on the trunk, not necessarily on your arm.
Feeling good. Set of 4. Last set of 4 for you who are squatting with Lauryn there. You might be able to hear my breathing is labored, but Lauryn's breathing match. It's in on the down phase and sharp out on the up.
All right,
set of 3, final set.
Here. 2 more sets. A set of 3, Team Ian. Pull down, push the floor down and away. Keep the breath consistent. Use it to help you on the up. Here we go. Second last set.
I alluded to the bike ride a little bit, so I am using just a little bit lighter weight today. Yesterday's demand was quite high. Scale your workout where you need to keep it up with consistency.
All right, Team Ian, last set of 3 squats. And then we have our culminating activity of this workout. It's not prancer size, but it could be, but it's not.
Woo. I don't know where to quite go after the prancer size comment, because back in the day, what the heck was that all about? But those supple ankles are very important, but so too are those hard skills of strength found within the get up.
All right, we have 1 more round here today to finish our 10 get-ups and 38 squats. So let's lie down, and I don't dare you.
I knew there was a surprise. I knew there was a surprise coming.
I don't dare you, but I kind of dare you to do 2 get-ups in a row on each side.
Done.
So up, down, same side, and then we'll repeat the other side.
Cool.
If you're using a bell where that's not appropriate, don't do it. Do 1 and 1, 1 and 1. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Starting on that first side, cuddle, roll, press. So we do our full get up here, thinking about what we're doing, step by step, using everything as we do in that get up, including the brain, to think about our patterning. Elbow. Now when we get to our back, keep the bell up and repeat a get up on the same side. Taking your time, breathing, tally tall, and 1 last get down on this side as we sweep, elbow, push away, bell comes down, woo, checked another 2 off the list, last 2 here today.
Awesome. So it starts with that cuddle. And again, take time in each unique position, if that's where you're at, or join us as we drive the hip, sit tall, and bridge. Press through, ribs to hips for core strength, and up. Now pull yourself down, and now look at that bell as we windmill, and sweep, and find the elbow, and then to your back, And one more time. It's a hip drive. Tall sit, bridge, press away, square up, tall stand, and the final effort down, control the lunge. Control that windmill. Sweep through with control as well. Find the elbow for stability and core plank for core strength.
Stand up, no hands.
No-handed get up.
And let's finish this semester with one last breathing drill. So we're taking our breath in through our nose and exhaling through our nose as well. Do it again. In nose and out nose. Now take that big breath in the nose. And now let's force it out. And out even more. And out even more. And out even more. Now pull it in. And exhale. And back to in. And now let's hold. And exhale. And then in. Hold. Exhale. Hold empty. And in again. One more round. And hold. And in more. And hold. And then exhale, 8, 5. Hold empty, 5. And relax, easy. Oh, tricky, tricky.
Ooh. Simple drills, simple techniques, but tricky results, I'm sure.
Thanks for joining us over the past 7 weeks. Great consistency, great likes, great subscriptions along the way. We're taking a little 2-week break where we're going to do some R&R and
Training
fun
and traveling.
And yes, it'll be great.
Fun things.
So we'll return in November live on YouTube. Stay tuned for some shorts along the way as we go and explore. But until next time, check out our website, check out our Patreon page, check out all those archived playlists in YouTube that you can join along while we're away.
That's right.
Until then,
we promise to take care.
Stay strong.
And we look forward to training with you soon.
Goodbye.
Whew.
Good job.